Good morning, everyone. As you can see, I'm outside. Yes, the boys are already back. Gus, what did you guys do? You're all tuckered out. They ate, they're wet. Jake's not sure what he wants to do. What are you going to do? You're so wet. Don't get too close to me. Number one thing, don't shake. All right. And it's spring, so brushings are a must these days. And losing all their winter coat. Yep, they're tuckered out. It is going to be, according to both of the weather frogs I have in the house, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, 87 degrees in the middle of April. April. I grew up with the saying, the weather in April does whatever it wants. You never know what you're going to get. Like a box of chocolates. I find it interesting on how certain things always make the rounds, right? Right now, you are going to find a gazillion posts and little TikTok videos and that bird is literally Instagram stuff that ends up on Facebook on these little video clips that people have. I like to watch those. Yeah, well, the ones I like to watch. All right, I know now why that bird is sitting there. So we were watching yesterday. My brother-in-law pointed out, says, look at my mirror. And it was on the other side. He had his car parked with his nose forward. So we saw the back of the mirror. And it was literally, you could see the white streaks of bird poop on it. He says, yeah, it's in the front too. He says, so I've watched this bird, and it likes to sit on my mirror, on my car, and it likes to also sit on our kiwi plant over here, and I'm seeing it right now. What I'm also seeing, though, is it is actually attracted by itself because it'll fly down onto the window and look into the mirror. So I think what it sees is itself and thinks it's another bird. Interesting. Critters are so interesting to watch. I'm not kidding. It's just, and of course now spring. We're in full spring, and things are just exploding here. It's like an explosion of new green and the blooms on all the different trees. Now it's dogwood time, and just amazing. It's just amazing, the activity, especially in the morning. And yesterday we were sitting out here and in the morning, and I'm going, we're seeing this bird, completely black bird. Okay, we have lots of crows here, and it flies down, and we're both going, that's not a crow. What was that? And he says, I think that was a raven. Ravens I don't think I've ever seen a raven here. So really interesting. So we watched it fly, and it was just beautiful. The wingspan is much, much wider than that of crows, and so we ended up reading up on crows. They are loners, yes. Yeah, they are very intelligent birds, and it is rare to see one here. Right? It's not that they're not around at all, but I've never seen one. So another special thing is we have a raven here. Maybe scouting to see where they could build a nest or something. Don't know. This is just heaven on earth here. We built all this up, and we keep it pure and clean, right? Of anything that could hurt nature. And things are attracted to this place. Interesting. Anyway, always when I talk like this and with the animals and how these animals move in here, my daughter reminded me while we're on the walk. She says, "Hey, Mom, do you remember when her youngest sister So do you remember when she found this salamander with all the little yellow spots on it and stuff? And going, yeah, I think I have it. She says, do you know they're endangered? They're very rare, but we have them here. You know, I shouldn't say things like this, but since hardly anybody watches the videos, I like to keep things like that kind of under wraps. I don't want people to come in here and start studying stuff, this and that. I just want the animals to be able to just be, right? Yes, and exist. Well, anyway, so then I'm always reminded, oh, that's a beautiful bird. Oh, that's a dove. A pigeon. Yep, we have those too. They don't bother me. They hog the bird feeder that we have over there a little bit, but hey, birds, they can find plenty here now. I don't have to put any bird food out. Wintertime I do, when it snows and stuff like that. Well, anyway, so it feels a little like Noah's Ark. Yes, right? Yeah, I always think of that. It's just so blessed. Oh, so the posts were about, right? Some were really good about, start the day, with a good this, that. If you are, then I'm going, man, can we not just put out, hey, it's another day all together. Let's make it the best day. Again. Done. Yes? Yeah. Just saying. Okay, so we're in the second book of Chronicles 19. Then Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, returned safely to his house in Jerusalem. Oh. And Jehu, the son of Hanani, the seer, went out to meet him and said to King Jehoshaphat, should you help the wicked and love those who hate the Lord? Therefore the wrath of the Lord is upon you. You remember what I said yesterday? I said, oh, what is he doing now? Why is he going there? And, going to Ahab and say, oh, yeah, let's fight them other people or whatever. Why is he doing that? Right? Okay, well, there is this unity, right, in Israel now. They have a king of Israel and they have a king of Judah, right? And I can, in a way, see that, okay, even though the message was what? That Jehoshaphat got from Ahab, that maybe Jehoshaphat says, well, let me go see if we can unite again somehow, become one country again under God's guidance, right? Maybe, I'd like to see think that maybe that may have something to do with it. Who knows? But then which one would have been the king, right? Yeah, would either side have given in? Yeah, I don't know. It didn't go that way. But here Jehoshaphat, after Ahab dies, here he comes, goes home, and immediately one of his prophets comes and said, hey, well, my question, why didn't that prophet Hanani, was it Hanani or who was it? Am I saying this right? Jehu, the son of Hanani. Oh, went out to meet him. Okay, Jehu. And why didn't Jehu or Hanani go with him? Said, you need to have someone with you that will keep you, right? Not get, so that you don't go off track, right? While you're with Ahab. Right? Anyway, I don't know. But here it's always afterwards, right? So why don't you guys work together on all this beforehand? Be prepared. Now, Jehoshaphat's so good at preparing, right? A defense where then he doesn't even have to fight or anything because everybody goes, nope, he's got too many people to fight for him, this and that. But then other things, that I find just as important where you should be prepared, right? You want to get in your chair? Can you do it? How are you going to do that? He's going to try and because the chair is it twists. So, okay. Oh my God. Is it going to happen? Yep. He went over the side. Are you comfy now? That was pretty funny. All right. And here, the wrath of the Lord is upon you. Okay. Nevertheless, good things are found in you, in that you have removed the wooden images from the land and have prepared your heart to seek God. Okay? Why not just say that? Oh, it's a good thing you came back. I'm glad you're safe. I know the other one's not. He dead. Right? So let's continue on our path here. I think this was a good lesson for us, don't you think? Let's stay under the guidance of God. Yeah? The threats and the this and the that. I don't know. Forcing people to do anything never ends well, right? Yeah? Or trying to intimidate them, manipulate. It just doesn't work out that way. I don't think it ever does. Not in a good way. The reforms of Jehoshaphat. So Jehoshaphat dwelt at Jerusalem, and he went out again among the people from Beersheba to the mountains of Ephraim, and brought them back to the Lord God of their fathers. And he went out again among the people. That means, did he go out? Wow, that would have been really something. I could really look up to that. Then he set judges in the land throughout all the fortified cities of Judah, city by city. Ooh, what does that mean now? And said to the judges, take heed to what you're doing, for you do not judge for man, but for the Lord, who is with you in the judgment. You know, judgment always comes after the fact, right? Yes? So why not? Okay, I'm going to put you here, city by city. You're going to be the guidance. Make sure you know what that guidance under God is. No, judgment. Well, okay, what does that mean? That's always after you've already what? Done wrong, and then... Hey, yeah, okay. Already assuming, right? That people will do wrong. Now therefore let the fear of the Lord be upon you. Take care and do it. For there is no iniquity with the Lord or God to partiality nor taking of bribes. Okay. Nobody trusts anyone. Moreover, in Jerusalem, for the judgment of the Lord and for controversies, Jehoshaphat appointed some of the Levites and priests and some of the chief fathers of Israel when they returned to Jerusalem. Oh, it's just so interesting on how this is written here. Okay, I'm reading out of the King James Bible, by the way. It's interesting how this is written here again on how these Levites and priests are appointed and for what. And he commanded them, saying, thus you shall act in the fear of the Lord faithfully and with a loyal heart. This is like a fallible sentence. These are all like fallible sentences to me. Thus you shall act in the fear of the Lord faithfully and with a loyal heart. Don't people notice stuff like this? How does this even make sense? Whatever case comes to you from your brethren who dwell in their cities, the cases. Whether of bloodshed or offenses against law or commandment, against statutes or ordinances, you shall warn them, lest they trespass against the Lord, and wrath come upon you and your brethren. Do this, and you will not be guilty. And take notice, Amariah, the chief priest, is over you in all matters of the Lord, and Zebadiah, the son of Ishmael, the ruler of the house of Judah, for all the king's matters. Also the Levites will be officials before you. How does that work? Behave courageously, and the Lord will be with the good. Now, we're not talking here about going to a different land to witness. He's telling her this is just in Judah, I'm assuming, right? This is just in Judah, and he's, okay, keeping things, okay, we've got to keep things in order when it comes to being under the guidance of God. But what is it? Are they under the guidance of God? No, they're under the wrath of God. If the fear of the Lord, if no, it's not even if, it is the fear of the Lord. It is the and then okay, it all sounds just a bit wrong to me on how things should have gone, where then the people would have happily just, I don't need these wooden idols, these bronze idols, these whatever other gods that have made it into a country, God's people. Because they happily would do what? Follow God's guidance. Start to recognize that heart and love. Yes? So anyway, I don't know. But if, of course, if anything little happens, and always gets the people down again, well, who are you going to blame for it? And what did I start out with? There's them posts and stuff. Then, God's not going to look all that great. Right? Yes? Yeah. Always find that if things would have been as it is written down here, right? That if you follow God, then you're going to be okay and you're going to prosper. And if you don't, whoa, and bad things are going to happen. Well, I'm looking, well, this is still the same world. And I see so many people out there doing whatever they want. They're nasty people. They do nasty things. Lots of stuff that's not good. Okay? And nothing happens to them. They prosper. They have love in their life too. Usually within our own families, very important. Yeah? Everybody, they're just mean and hateful to everybody else. Yes? Maybe within their family too. Who knows? There's nothing happened. There's nothing different raining down upon them than good people who really are trying. I'm just saying. So to just have a grateful heart, a grateful, thankful heart towards God and everything that's out there for us to just, so cool. All right, where do I live? I lived in the city too for 18 years. It was the same thing there. Anyway, so God, there's nothing to fear about God. I'm telling you, just isn't. God's just all about embracing us when He can, when He's allowed to. When the environment is right for His presence to actually be able to sustain itself. Right? One could almost look at it as, if you want Jesus in your life, if you want your good ancestors in your life, and God in your life, yes, then you've got to create an environment where they can actually sustain themselves as spirits, as a spirit entity, in a way, yes. And if that's not there, and I think people know what I'm talking about, it ain't that hard to figure that out, then then it isn't going to happen. But is your life so much worse off, really, when it comes down to it? I don't know. I've always lived with spirit world, the good side, yes. Learned early on, what do I need to restore here? On if something happened, in spirit that wasn't so great, or where I'm going, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on? That's not me. That's not my surroundings, and that's not me. A helping hand was needed. Yes, for a spirit, for example. Sometimes it happens with other people too. And there's a spiritual yeah, connection or influence happening. Influences are never a good thing. Then you try there too. But your environment, yeah, it's got to be in a way that good spirit world can be a part of it. Yes. Yeah. And God's not going to interfere with that. If you decide to not have that type of environment, right? Yes, then He's going to have to just step back. Everybody will have to step back. Yes, that's how God works. Free will, freedom of choice. So blaming others, blaming things out there for, yeah, ain't a good idea. Restoring things. Right? I'm not going to plan to have a good day today because I had a bad day yesterday. I'm just always expecting a good day. There. That's it. That's all I have to give today. I got things to do. And the roosters are noisy. The horses have been staying out all night by themselves. I don't know if they're even in the barn right now. It happens. Yes. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you, and I will talk to you another time.